So I'm a Feng Shui master, and space here, and if you do Feng Shui and you go into healing spaces, this is something you would look into. I always say the masters of life, they were the ones who were guiding me my whole life. So when I finished studies at a university here in Munich, I studied business administration, and my goal was to get somewhere into a marketing company or do marketing projects. So this was my life. And as I finished it, I was cut off this road. I couldn't find anything in this field. Nobody wanted me. This is what I felt back then. And I was really devastated. And there was a moment where I was reading an article about clutter clearing the home. If you change something in your space, that your life can change. And I said, this is no way. I don't believe this. And I just put it away. I couldn't believe this. So after things didn't get better, try this out because there is nothing to lose, right? So we had a little apartment back then. Our first son was born, and we decluttered our space. And the thing is, it wasn't messy. Everything was like in fine order, but still we let go of so many things that I couldn't believe that we stored this in our apartment. And 2 days after this, two things happened which really, really changed the direction of our lives. The first one was that we got a new apartment in a much nicer area of the city, which we were like waiting for to be, I don't know, signed to move away into a bigger apartment. I didn't believe this, but my state of mind back then was not spiritual. And this was my first interaction with things which there is something behind it. And this is how the pathway to Feng Shui opened up. So clutter clearing led me to Feng Shui. And I remember having a conversation with a friend, and she's like, oh, there is a Feng Shui master coming to Munich. You should join. Like, yeah, okay, let's go. And Eric, I was sitting at this event in this speech, and I was looking at him like it was at a Christmas tree. I was like, oh, this is so good. And I came back home. I was 26, and I told my husband, this is what I want to do. And he said, well, then do it. And I was like, are you really? And he said, yeah. So I think a month later, I did to learn Shui business master back then in Switzerland. And since then, I have been not only practicing Feng Shui and diving deep into this matter because I want to know the mechanics. How does it work? I was always looking to experience Feng Shui in a way which is very individual to them, not to work with things which have to be done or things which we have to place in a corner in order to make our relationship work or something. Because I don't believe, Feng Shui is 5,000 years old. And when it was developed, I don't believe that the masters had a Feng Shui shop around the corner to buy something to put it somewhere. So there must be something behind it. And this is what I was exploring now for 20 years. And it's a lot of fun.
So the idea of you're not buying something from a Feng Shui shop. You're not buying something in particular to help bring energy to your space. You're taking things in your space and arranging them in a way that will channel the energy within your space. Now, is that correct?
Yes, you start even one step further. No, not further, before. Okay. Looking into your space and really examining what is not in alignment. If you're really conscious about this question, because how often do we just put something somewhere because it's around, or we just bought it and we got a present or whatever, and we just put it around and then we are not thinking about it. But if you take a step back and then examine your space and see what is not in alignment with me, with my energy, with my focus. This is the first thing. And you take the next step and not only look for things you like right now, but the latest concept I developed, I took the future selfing method, right? It goes like your mind and your visions and everything. Why not create like this? We can say like a 3D vision board, but not by putting some crazy things or I don't know, like pictures or paintings which are not really aligned with us in our space, but creating the feeling of how do I want to feel when I have arrived where I want to go, when I am living my vision. And we can make it really simple by, for example, what's the pen I will be holding and writing, signing my contracts when I'm there where I want to be.